In New York, anything is possible. It's the energy the city has. I love walking the streets. I love the sounds. I love the busyness of it. You know, if you're bored in New York, it's your fault. My grandfather came over in about 1909. He was called Boho for short. He came from the Kingdom of Bohemia, or Czech Republic today. I know that as he got older, it was just very tough for him to scrape together a living out there for him and my father and his family. My father, who was a master baker, he was the foreman of the shop. He always had this thing that you went into work, you focused on it, you did your work, you didn't slack off. You went in, you began, you worked all the way through. I would learn that from my father. I started my career as a CPA, working for some firms, and eventually I wanted to have my own company. And so I started a CPA firm. While our clients loved their work, we started getting questions from clients along the way that we couldn't answer, like, how's my portfolio doing? Am I saving enough? Will I be able to quit sometime in the future? I started asking myself the same things, and I finally realized one day, answering those questions is going to be much more empowering to a person's life to live the way they want now and in the future than doing just a better tax return. I went to my partners in the CPA firm and I said, you know, we're in the wrong business. We should be in the business of answering all of these people's questions, not just tax. Now, we began all over as a financial planning company, added the registered investment advisory part of our firm. A few years after that, grew the firm as a total wealth management company in the 1990s to 2000s. I think one of the ones that satisfies me the most is a couple that came to me and they lost almost everything. He couldn't even go to the charitable events of the charities he founded. So at the age of 66 and 63, the only thing they had left basically was a very nice home, and they felt they would have to work forever for the rest of their life because there was no way they were going to recover. So I sat with them. I showed them that by doing some things that might be hard, like selling their house, they would have to work, but he only had to work for another 3 or 4 years. And so before the age of 70, they would be financially okay again. And I think that brought tears to their eyes. They never thought that they would be able to do that. The fears of thinking that you're not going to make it, you're not going to get to financial freedom, you're not going to be able to live the life you want, the fear that you might be making poor financial choices, or you have made poor financial choices, and now you have to make more. The title of the book is Master Your Cash Flow, The Key to Grow and Retain Wealth. I wrote the book to spread the message of the work that I've been doing for more than 30 years. That work is to show you the possibility that you can live the life you wish now and in the future. But like anything else, you have to start to focus on what that is and how to really do it. So the book is basically a lot of background and narrative and stories on how a person should be trying to strive to make always the best financial decision for them. It's a very powerful combination. Most people do not know how to make a proper financial decision. Our educational system is terrible in this country in teaching finance. Great majority do not know how to make a proper financial choice. But quite frankly, whether a person is in their 20s or in their 60s or 70s, this book will guide them on making the best financial choice and allow them to improve their cash flow, improve their lifestyle. So why don't we talk about that one thing that we can talk about today that's going to be shorter than the days it might take to talk about taxes and estate planning. Let's talk about one thing that can have a great impact on your life and did for me. And if you decide to take the first steps in doing this and looking at this area, I guarantee it's going to raise the probability that you will get more out of life when you want it sooner. My goal as a speaker is getting in front of people, showing them a way, and interacting with them, hearing their questions, hearing their stories. So what do you want to do? Win. You can do better than that. What do you want to do? Win. Right. That's what you want your team to do, to win for you. I know that I can contribute a lot to them to basically making those proper decisions. I live a life today that when I think back at age 6, 13, 15, I could only imagine. And I owe it to people giving me help when I needed it, me handling some of the fears I had, and them being there for me.